I think we have to understand that if you take their theology seriously, like, for example, I see a lot of Christians out there praising President Nelson and, saying, oh, what a good guy he was and all this kind of stuff. But I have to pause and I have to say, hold on a second. If you believe that Mormons ultimately, this is an illegitimate path to salvation, that in other words, it doesn't work. In other words, following President Nelson leads you to hell. This man was not a prophet of God. He was a liar, a charlatan, and a leader of millions of people to hell forever, to be damned. And the death of a false prophet who did that, why wouldn't it be anything but praiseworthy? Now, my thing is, I think Christians realize they don't believe that. Deep down in their souls, they know they don't believe that. That's one of the beautiful things about the restored gospel. Remember, I see my other Christians genuinely as leading people closer to the celestial kingdom. They're moving them kingdoms of glory by interacting with Catholicism or Protestantism or any of the others that move people closer to Christ. We have that sort of a conception. They don't have that. It's either heaven or it's hell. And so what it does is the restoration of the gospel gives us a logical ground to look at a pope and say, this isn't someone who's leading people to hell. This is someone who's actually helping in the cause of Christ. Does he have the fullness? No. But boy, is he taking people to a better place than they would be otherwise. And that is something that I think we got to realize, that they don't have that they can't remain logically consistent without, to a certain degree, going down the Calvinist rabbit hole.